So there's something I see in contractor groups constantly. Let's all go like each other's pages and support one another. I get it, it sounds helpful and it feels productive. On the surface, it even kind of makes sense. But if you run a local service business, this is actually hurting you. And I'm going to explain exactly why here. I see posts like this all the time. Like for like, follow for follow, comment done and I'll return the favor. It feels like you're getting somewhere, but you're not. You're actually training the algorithm the wrong way. Here's what's actually happening behind the scenes. Every like, comment, or share becomes a signal. The platform looks at who engaged and says, okay, who else looks like this person? Then it starts showing your content to more people like them. That's it. It's just following patterns. So now think about what happens in these engagement swaps. If people liking and commenting are other contractors, the system assumes that's your audience. It doesn't know they're just being supportive. It sees the behavior and says, okay, this content's relevant to contractors. So it goes and finds more contractors. And now the exact people you actually want, homeowners in your city, they see less of your content. You're not necessarily getting punished. You just trained the algorithm wrong. So if you're a roofer, plumber, landscaper, whatever it is you do, you don't serve the whole country either. You serve a very specific city, maybe a few surrounding towns. That means your audience signal needs to be tight too. When engagement's coming from 5 different states, the platform can't clearly identify your local market. It weakens your local distribution. You don't need broad support. You need concentrated local signals. That's how service businesses grow. And this doesn't just apply to other contractors, but think about your family. You probably got aunts and uncles and cousins spread across the U.S. that have liked your page for the same reason, just showing support. The same rules apply there. And this is the part most people miss. Likes don't book jobs. Comments don't create buyers. Visibility to other contractors is not visibility to homeowners. You can have a post with a bunch of engagement and still have zero demand. Marketing's not applause, it's discovery by people who actually need what you want. That's the difference. If you want better reach, here's what actually works. Create content that speaks to homeowners. Show real local proof of work. Encourage your actual clients to interact with your post. Strengthen your website so when someone does click, it converts. You want the algorithm learning from buyer behavior, not buddy behavior. That's how you build real momentum. And if this has been your strategy, it's closer to group therapy than marketing. Artificial engagement creates artificial signals. Artificial signals create the wrong audience, and the wrong audience weakens your growth. Build demand, not applause. That's the whole point. And if this video made you slightly uncomfortable, that's okay. I'm not trying to pick on anyone here. This is a very common issue I see all the time, so you're not alone. Most marketing problems come from habits that feel productive but just aren't. If you want clarity instead of noise, subscribe. I'm going to keep breaking down contractor marketing mistakes like this so you can build something real. I'll see you guys in the next one.